good news is dust falls down and not up.
Dust, all the dust falls down. It's just gorgeous.
It really is so pretty. It's something that's sort of like echoes the feeling of a boat.
Yeah.
The bottom of a boat. I think I've heard that before.
Like upside down.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting image.
He's a great lyricist.
Let's play. Jan. Oh, Jan.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Oh my God. How'd you know?
Someone count.
2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh. Today is March 1st. I am Stephanie Pulowski, Commissioned Lay Minister with this church. For individuals with visual challenges, I am in my late 40s with curly brown graying hair, and I'm wearing a gray cardigan. Reverend Kate Walker is on sabbatical through the end of May. Today's service is being led by our incredible Khasi Hills team. This has become an annual tradition at First Unitarian Church, and you picked a great day to come worship with us. Shelley Ross visited Khasi Hills in November and will speak about her time there this morning. And if she just whets your taste buds, she will be speaking later in April, on April 19th at the Forum. You are welcome here. If you are watching now or in the future, you are welcome. If you're a longtime member or brand new, you are welcome here. We Unitarian Universalists are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We're a multi-faith religious community where all are welcome, diversity is celebrated, and questions expected. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome. If this is your first time with us and you're in person, please go to our welcome desk in the atrium. If you're on YouTube, visit our website, just Google First Unitarian of Pittsburgh and sign up for our weekly newsletter. We would love to be in touch with you. There are two announcements today. First, please stay after the service and join us for social hour. It is being hosted by the Khasi Hills team. They're doing double duty today. Learn more about our partnership with Khasi Hills and come celebrate that. Secondly, I'm excited to announce a new process for hosting social hour after Sunday services. Moving forward, the responsibility of hosting will be a shared responsibility between church committees, groups, and our members. We will be asking groups of member households to commit to one Sunday per year, not covered by a church group or committee. Sign-up information and more details for both groups and individuals will be shared via email. Feel free to contact Rose Seville Ixick if you have any questions. I now invite you to take a deep breath, arrive in body and spirit, and picture yourself connected to all others who are watching today and in the future.
We light this chalice not only as a symbol of our faith, but as a reminder of the power of partnership and the warmth of friendship with our Khasi Hills Unitarian siblings in India. The opening hymn is Come, Come, Whoever You Are, number 188 in your hymnal. Instead of the words appearing on the screen, we'll be treated to a video of our Khasi Hills graduates singing the hymn. You will be invited to join in for the third and fourth rounds of singing. Please stand as you are willing and able.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of living, was is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come.
And I am your liturgist for today. Who am I? For those with visual impairments, I am a light-skinned, middle-aged woman with short hair, and I wear glasses, and I am wearing a white Fair Isle sweater today. I invite you to take a deep breath as we collectively ground ourselves in our service and our time together today. We name our collective recommitment to care for the earth, knowing the ground we live upon is sacred. We pledge to bring new life to the earth, new life to the air, new life to the waters, new life to each other, for all life is sacred. We now have a video greeting from our Khasi Hills friends. We'll be seeing the assistant principal of the school that we sponsor and the 10th grade class. The assistant principal's name is in your order of service. It's Nangroy Suting.
Good morning, our dear friends in Pittsburgh. It is a great joy to see you all. Through this special worship service, the students, the teachers, the management committee of Annie Margaret Bar School bring you love, greetings, appreciation, and sincere gratitude for all the supports you have given us. We are looking forward to the stronger relationship in the years to come. Your ability to visit us strengthens that bond of friendship. We are excited to move to the new journey of our academic session with music as a new subject to be included in our co-curricular activities, and also some more new teachers. Looking back on what have been accomplished motivates us to move further and strive to fulfill our dreams to become a reality. Your helping hands, ideas, and suggestions inspired us all. Thank you so much for this good gesture, which really helped change the lives of our dear students here. This is a blessing. Our prayers and best wishes to you all. Kublai. Kublai. Kublai.
That are here, or anyone of any age who'd like to come up front, we're going to have a story. We're going to have some water fun today. I know we like to do water fun when it's warmer, but I promise that you're not going to get soaked. I promise. Pinky promise, right? Okay, and we're going to talk about rainforest, and I have a little rainforest frog for everyone to take home with them. So, but we got to wait till the end. Awesome. Yeah, and they're all different colors. So this one happens to be yellow. So I'm going to have all of you helping me today. And as you've heard, we are celebrating our shared community with our Khasi Hills friends who are just up on the screen. And they have a school all the way over in India where they are, come on up. So glad to have you. So they are, that's where they were sending that video from, and they have something that is called a rainwater harvest system over there. Has anybody ever heard of a rain barrel, or maybe even seen a rain barrel or anything like that? Awesome, very good, a few of you. So I have a little model here today of their rainwater harvest system. And basically, I made this model out of, what are some things you see here? What do you think I made this out of? Yes. A bug, okay. What else? Yes. Tape. Did you say a mug, or did you say a bug? A jug. A jug, very good. A jug and tape, awesome. Anything else you see here? Yes. A nozzle, okay. And this is like a straw. And anybody... Something that, yeah. A valve, awesome. Great job. Okay, so this is pretty simple. Everything I had at home except for the valve, I did have to go to a hardware store. So their rainwater harvest system, which friends here at this church helped them to pay for, was built this year, and it's got a huge rainwater collection system that goes into a big tank, and then valves and piping that take it all the way to their faucets in the school. Because over there where they live, they're very dependent on rain to get their drinking water, and they have a dry season. And so during the dry season, if they don't collect this rainwater in the wet season, they don't have water for lunch at school. So that's a hardship for them that we were able to help them with. So we're really glad we were able to do that. So I want to test out our model. Who can help me? Okay, I need someone to be a cloud. Would you like to be the cloud? Okay, so that means you're going to provide rain. So if you would come stand up over here next to me. And then I need somebody to be the earth who's going to hold up this tank. All right, come on over. You got to stand up, though. And we're going to have it over this box so that if we do spill it, it'll go into the box. Also, I need someone who will be willing to open this valve. Come on up, since you knew that word. And then I need someone to be the student who is going to hold the glass where the water will come to. So your hand over there, come on up. Okay, so we're going to try, actually, Valve, if you would go stand behind them, and we'll just, when it's your turn, we'll have it. Okay, all right, so we're going to get the cloud to go ahead and pour rainwater into the jug. We see the rain coming through. We've got the valve closed right now. Earth, you're doing a great job holding that up. We need to wait till it's above our pipe. Okay, I think we've got a good enough. Awesome, and you can put that down if you want. And then if you would go ahead and open our valve, we'll get our glass ready. So you're going to turn it like this. This is going to come out towards the church. There we go. And it's, any other kids can come on up. We've got some water coming out. This isn't going to go well on the video. Everybody see the water coming out? So this is our little model. You want to go ahead and close the valve? Okay, awesome. Let's give a round of applause for all our helpers. And thank you so much. We are going to get some musical direction from Miss Karen, and our musicians are going to teach us a rainforest song.
Okay, are we on here? Bueno, it's for the congregation. I'm going to ask the children to face me. Okay. So this song, the rainforest song, there is a rainforest in India, and so this is a song where I'm going to teach you and the congregation the movements to the chorus, which we will be singing the entire song during offertory. So you can just follow. I'm going to say the words real simply and show you the gestures. Actually, I think the children might want to stand up. Can you stand up and face me? Yeah, that's probably better. You're going to be moving around a little bit. And then Joy Street is going to be doing the music for us for 3 times, okay? So it's real simple because you're just watching what I do. I'm going to talk through it first. And it's let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Hey, that's what you're learning too, by the way, out there. Okay. Okay. Sing me a song. You sing such a beautiful sound. Okay? So we're going to do it 3 times. So you don't have to sing. You'll see the words later for the offertory. But I invite all of you, everybody, as we enjoy Joy Street leading us.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, let the rain feed the thirsty ground. Come down, sing me a song. Come down, sing such a beautiful sound. Oh, let the rain come down, feed the thirsty ground. Come down, sing me the song, and I will sing such a beautiful sound. Oh, let the rain come down.
From you I receive, to you I give. Thank you all. And we'll be revisiting that. Go ahead off to classes now, thanks.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Every month, we share our generosity with a designated organization, and this month, as luck would have it, it is our Khasi Hills Partnership. All donations are shared 50-50 with this organization unless otherwise designated. I'd like to invite Van Van Koff, to come up and introduce talk about our shared stewardship of this organization. Anne is a professor of neurology at the University of Pittsburgh. She became a member of our church in 2009 and joined the church's Khasi Hills group in 2018. She's going to give us a brief intro to our Share the Plate recipient this month and let us know where our generous donations will be going.
Good morning. Today, I am really grateful to have the chance to participate in Share the Plate effort for Khasi Hills. I became interested in the friendship between First Church and Khasi Hills because I believe in the power of education. Since 2003, our church contributions have helped change the Khasi Hills Annie Margaret Barr School, expanding it to a formal high school education with the addition of 11th and 12th grades. Graduates are empowered to enter the workforce and contribute to their communities. Our First Church's Social Justice Endowment funded Reverend Nagroy Suitings, who you met earlier on the video. He came to Pittsburgh to attend the UUA General Assembly, and his U.S. visit provided an opportunity for him to engage with the First Unitarian Dallas congregation. They raised $10,000 on one day to fund an addition to an existing classroom at the Annie Margaret Barr School. But the school we support needs more than classrooms to achieve its goal. Previously, water sources were unreliable. Children would need to carry buckets of water from an undependable well. Donations from First Church helped build this very large rainwater harvest facility. Our church led a crowdfunding source campaign with the UU Faith Fi program in conjunction with Atlanta and Dallas churches. And we raised over $20,000 to help build a huge rainwater harvest facility. So these young women can go to school and be assured of a reliable water source for themselves and their community. Students, buildings, water, but we need to continue to support our educators at the Annie Margaret Barr School. I'm here to ask you to share your power by donating whatever amount you can to support the salary of these two high school teachers. We're attempting to get a little under $10,000 by the summer so that they can be paid to continue the effort and education at the Annie Barr School. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne. Our religious community is made up of volunteers and staff creating and hosting a variety of programming. We rely on your financial support to make that happen. In addition to the collection plate, you can donate by texting GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 4.
The chorus for this song is up on the screens and also in your order of service, but I know that very many of you know the words to more of this song, and you're welcome to sing along. Shelter, the rainforest.
We hold each other in our hearts and minds with all our joys and all of our sorrows. Kathy Miller is saddened to report that her longtime best friend in Michigan died last week. Her name is Susan E. Kirkup. Sue liked being called Madam K, and when Kathy irreverently changed Sue's middle initial to E, Sue agreed excellent suited her perfectly well. She was punny and a genius at trivia and filled with sweet and sassy hijinks. Kathy will miss cheating on crossword puzzles behind her back and laughing with her at life's major and minor ironies and rare mercies. They supported each other through almost 5 decades of friendship, every love and each loss. You are invited into a few moments of silence, personal meditation, and prayer. To live in this world, you must be able to do 3 things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let it go, to let it go. The words of Mary Oliver.
The reading is a poem entitled The Power of Partnership, written by our own Karen Litzinger, the team leader for the Khasi Hills team. We are better together, learning, growing, sowing seeds for the future. We are better together, inspiration, affirmation, seeing visions of possibility. We are better together. Cooperation, collaboration, making life happen. We're better together, stronger, longer, weaving ties that bind. We are better together, graduations, celebrations, moving forward together in joy.
Good morning. I'm Shelley Ross. I'm a tall, young senior with gray hair, and I'm wearing the traditional Khasi outfit. It's 2 rectangular pieces of fabric draped from one side to the other. In this case, a nicer fabric meant for special occasions. Did it really take me almost a quarter century to make my journey to the Khasi Hills in India? Yes, it did, but not the travel part. That took only 2.5 days. Since 2002, we at First Unitarian have nurtured a connection with our Unitarian friends in India, and they really have become friends. But nothing prepared me for the very warm greetings I received from Bari, Nangroy, and others when I arrived in October. After 2 flights, I flew from Delhi and arrived in Guwahati, the closest airport to Shillong, which is the capital of Meghalaya. I immediately got a text message from Bari saying, "Welcome home." For just a brief second, it was puzzling, but then I recalled the warmth of every meeting with her and Nangroy and realized that they meant it. They were welcoming me as part of their extended family. At the airport, I was greeted by Player Singh and Nangroy. Many of you have met Nangroy Suting, who is a Unitarian minister and also a teacher and vice principal of the Annie Margaret Barr School, whose high school teachers we sponsor. He was here just a few years ago when the UU General Assembly was held in Pittsburgh. Player Singh is the principal of the Annie Margaret Barr School, which we have supported for over 2 decades. Nangroy and his wife Bari had arranged an itinerary for me, and we first drove to their main home in Shillong, which takes about 2.5 hours from the airport. They have lived in Shillong part-time for many years since Bari's job as a state minister for agriculture keeps her in the state capital. Her work involves directing and planning all of the organic agriculture in the state. She oversees 300 staff and works from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. most days, waking up at 5 a.m. to get her exercise and meditate. She also travels to Delhi once or twice a month. On top of all that, 6 years ago, she and Nangroy had a vision to build a house, which you can see here, big enough to accommodate the many students who graduate from the high school at our village and want to go on to college or get vocational training. Bari's family land in Shillong had just enough space for them to squeeze in another house between her sister and brother's homes. Bari designed the house, acted as general contractor, and along with multiple family members, physically built much of the house. It took 6 years for it to be completed, and they dedicated it in January of this year. They now welcome 12 students in their home so they can further their education. The young folks live there as family, share bedrooms with each other, and have family meals. I was also welcomed into this large house on my arrival day. It was so relaxing as we sat at the kitchen table, the main gathering place there as it is for many of our homes here. But there, the main friends and family door to the house is in the kitchen, and while we sat there, people, including their handyman, came in and out, helped themselves to cooked rice and vegetables with some meat on the table, introduced themselves, sat and chatted, went upstairs to see the young people, and socialized. It was lovely to see this version of an open door policy and the comfort with which folks just wandered in and out. To say everyone is welcome is an understatement. Bari and Nangroy are quietly proud, watching the students achieve dreams that very likely would not otherwise have been attainable. Also, there are 5 dogs who are mainly outside, but occasionally come into the kitchen when something smells good to them. While we sat and Bari fussed over what I might need, I later told them they were Jewish mothers, a reference to my own heritage. We chatted about the Annie Margaret Barr School and how much confidence in the village parents have in the teachers. How much confidence the village parents have in the teachers. Even though the children often work in the fields after school, the pass rates on the national exams are even higher than for children in the cities. Like Bari and Nangroy, the teachers also have multiple roles and responsibilities in teaching subject matter and in administration. Much of the administration involves keeping up with the ever-changing government rules and guidelines. For Nangroy and Player Singh, there is also their ongoing effort to deal with the school's infrastructure. But before I tell you more about the school, let me tell you some more about the community. Their personal stories are intertwined with their history and culture. Bari grew up in the village, Kharang, where our school is located. Here is her village house. It is surrounded by jungle, her words. As a child, Bari was adventurous and loved to play for hours in the jungle, collecting fruit and nuts. She didn't mind the many animals, including a plethora of snakes. She later told me that if one is bothersome, you just pick it up by the tail and flick it away. Her mother was not pleased with her adventurous behavior. Once, her mother had a neighbor go into the jungle and make scary sounds to encourage Bari to come out. But Bari figured out who it was and told her mother that it hadn't fooled her. And here we see the childhood basis for how she evolved into a leader in her field. Weddings in the Khasi Hills are a community affair, like an enormous potluck. Bari and Nangroy, seen here, had 3,000 guests at their wedding in 2005. People who had to travel there came up to a week earlier to help prepare. At that time, Bari lived over 300 miles away, so she was limited in her ability to transport and arrange things. The village community cooked over 1,000 kilos of rice, cooked 9 pigs, and many chickens. Everyone was a valued guest and welcome to the celebration. Death is also partly a community affair. One day between services at the Unitarian church in Kut, Nangroy was asked to visit the home of a village woman who was dying. We went to the home where she was lying on a pallet on the floor, covered in blankets. We sat on the porch outside and in the home while family and friends talked. Many small children were there playing in the yard and on a parked motorcycle. We were served tea and biscuits. A bit later, Nangroy said some prayers for the dying woman, and we later learned that she passed away shortly afterwards. After a death, the doors and windows of the home will be left open for many days so the spirit can depart. On the first day, everyone who knew her will come, bringing food and sharing a meal. On day 2, these same family and friends will come to remove and wash all of the clothing, linens, bedding, curtains, and upholstery in the house. All of the not just the clothing of the person who passed, but everything in the house. And all of this is washed by hand in tubs of water. And then they clean the house, all these friends and family. And I don't mean Swiffering. They clean every square inch of the house: walls, ceilings, windows, bathrooms, inside cupboards and closets, ledges, fireplaces, everything. All this cleaning is so that the spirit doesn't hide somewhere in the house. It must be freed. I could go on with many more details about the culture and especially how embracing it is, but it's time to turn to this school. As I mentioned earlier, I've been involved with our partnership since it began. I was very excited to leave Shillong after 3 days there and make our way to the village Kharang, where the school is located. But nothing prepared me for being tearful as we rounded a corner the next morning and drove up to it. I was actually here after so many years, seeing photos and hearing about other people's travels. The school now educates almost 500 students from preschool through 12th grade, the last 2 grades due to our church's funding. Here are the 2 teachers we support, Langbor and Da Amika. And here is the 12th grade class with Langbor. He is an energetic and engaging teacher who was not raised locally, although some teachers were. Da Amika is very dedicated to the craft of teaching and is very interested in learning about new techniques, especially to encourage participation. Most of the grades have just 1 class, but the 9th grade is so large it's split in 2. And we recently learned that enrollment is up again and more classrooms will have to be divided next year. 2 staff prepare lunches for the younger children. This is where they get their water and wash out the bowls. Everyone eats lunch at the same time, and the kids have some free time when they're finished eating. Staff gather together to eat also, sharing a portion of their food with each other. This is where I learned that in some parts of the Khasi Hills, they do eat spicy foods, although dishes are still restricted to what is grown locally. Bare pak mi, a tiffin of rice, potato, squash, and pumpkin. All water comes from cisterns, collecting rainwater because there is no municipal supply for water, toilets, or anything else. As you know, we successfully spearheaded a fundraising campaign for this much larger new rainwater cistern 2 years ago. Through Faithify and in conjunction with churches, as you heard previously, we raised $20,000. The cistern is now ready for use, and because I was there, we had a formal inauguration of the system with ribbon cutting. The cistern itself is 2 stories high. Water from it gets pumped up to the top of the neighboring classroom building you can see here, where it runs into 2 large tubs that collect it. And from there, it runs by way of gravity through PVC-type tubes to where it is needed. And now there will be no shortage of water during the dry season. Children will always have water to drink, and there is plenty to use for other purposes. At the beginning of the day, all 7th to 12th grade students go to assembly on the basketball court, where they line up, listen to announcements, pray, and hear inspirational messages from the administration and their teachers. They also do some exercises led by the head boy and girl. On this day, Langbor gave the motivational speech in which he said, "What you do today is what you do tomorrow. If you do something today, you will be something in the future. You have your own aims, your own plans, but start from today. Start today with what you want to achieve." On this day, they also celebrated the school's accomplishment in a district competition of local and native traditional arts, where they competed against other regional schools and won many awards. They were so proud. After assembly, they go off to class, each of which lasts 35 minutes and ends with the ringing of this bell. excuse me. All of the children from the children's village, what we would refer to as an orphanage, attend our school. Right now, there are 22 girls and 11 boys in the village. This is Nangroy standing in front of one of the orphanage buildings. The boys and girls live in separate housing, each group with a house parent who is there 24/7 and a cook. I met both of the house mothers who were very happy to sit with me, chat, and share tea. This is Unita, who cares for the girls. We chatted about our grandchildren, as she is a grandmother also, but she lives far from her family. The children in the village wake up at 4:30 in the morning to do chores, pray, clean, and work in the garden. School begins at 9 a.m. When I visited in the evening, the children were doing schoolwork together at a table and seem happy and well cared for. The garden is a 2-acre organic garden designed by Bari. Most of the food served comes from the garden. The garden was created by clearing the jungle, as you see in the background there, but not in the way we might imagine with tractors and excavators. No, this was all done by hand with small gardening tools. I was surprised and briefly nervous to be asked to teach a few classes about psychology, my own field, when I was there. Later, there was a staff meeting where the teachers wanted to know my impressions of the school overall and the students. Compared to the typical classroom here, where it's not unusual for at least a little chaos to ensue, every student in the Annie Margaret Barr School was extremely well behaved. They sit quietly in the classes and pay attention to the teachers. Participation was a little variable, but I think that was very likely because I was there. One noticeable thing is that the students want to do well for themselves, their families, the teachers, and the school. They have a sense that the school is a community, and of course they know that the government looks closely at their achievement for funding purposes, which does add an extra sense of responsibility. There's a close connection between the students and their teachers, which is especially important because, unfortunately, some families are only able to offer minimal support for education. There are still many families in which the parents have completed education up to only the 3rd grade. There is ongoing construction at the school to account for the ever-increasing numbers of students, but also the extensive wear and tear on the buildings. Bringing in the necessary materials and completing repairs takes a lot of resources, making it an ongoing challenge. But a new building is partially finished and in use. After 3 days at the school, we left Kharang and returned to Shillong. Bari's brother, Clore, hosted me for a day of visiting and sightseeing. We went to the Unitarian Makisium Church and School, founded in 1984, which is a K-5 school with 100 students, supported with help from the Unitarian Church in Ann Arbor, Michigan. When the church building had to be demolished because it was unsafe, Clore himself paid for it to be rebuilt. The government recently gave them a grant to clear and level a field behind the school where children can play. As in our school, the children achieve on a very high level. The village is also the birthplace of Hajram Kishore Singh, who established the Unitarian religion in the area. Bari's brother, Clore, is a singularly interesting individual and just as warm as Bari. After attending our school, he worked to support his family until he was older, and then finished school and obtained his doctoral degree. He taught at the Mary King College. Now retired, he studied bats, insects, and cave-dwelling fish. He once narrowly escaped a cave collapse. The BBC presented a documentary about him last May. He's a Renaissance man who enjoys philosophy, religion, history, and of course, supporting the community. Klor told me that there are over 100 dialects in the Khasi language, with the oldest of these tribal languages being related to an area near Vietnam. He, as well as most of the extended family, has been on the school board and the UUNEI, their UUA board. Like all the homes in Shillong, he has a rainwater collection system. This is at his house. But unlike some, he also made a wee garden on a bit of roof. Access is a little bit scary. I hope I've given you a good sketch of our friends, the school, and what life is like in the Khasi Hills. I've tried to convey not only the school and home settings, but also the very warm welcome and hospitality I received everywhere I went. From being greeted by both Nangroy and Playersing at the airport, to chatting with everyone in the kitchen and with the teachers and house mothers, and being hosted by Klor, I felt like part of the community from the moment I stepped out of the airport. But not just part of the community. They have and have established a true extended family that reaches from Shillong to the Kharang village and even as far as the US, where our church and our many dedicated sponsors have established a connection that means so much to them and to us. So when Bari said, "Welcome home," and she, Nangroy, and the whole community welcomed me, it was truly to their family. I and all of us in this wonderful community, First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh, 7,000 miles away from our friends, are part of their extended family.
Please join us for our closing hymn, number 134 in your gray hymnal, Our World is One World.
Our world is one world. What touches one affects us all. The seas that wash around about, the clouds that cover us, the rains that fall. Our world is one world. The thoughts we think affect us all. The way we build our attitudes with love or hate, we make a bridge or wall. Our world is one world. Its ways of wealth affect us all. The way we spend, the way we share, who are the rich or poor, who stand or fall. Our world is one world, just like a ship that bears us all, where fear and greed make many holes, but where our hearts can hear a different call.
Thank you to our musicians today. Let's give them a big hand, especially Joy Street. And our member singers and musicians, especially Lois, who learned a song in another language for us today. Thank you, Lois. As we extinguish the chalice today, please join me in reading the words that are printed in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Our benediction was written for us by Nangroy Suting. May the blessings of the divine be upon us all. May the bond of love unite us together. May the worship that we have shared strengthen one another with love, peace, and harmony, now and forever and ever. Amen.